Hey everybody, today we are going to interview a person from Poland with around 10 years of experience in Java J2E. As we are requiring the person to work on mostly Git, Maven, etc. as well, I'm going to drill him on those aspects first and then move into Java, Spring Boot, and microservices. So without further ado, let's get started. So I would want to get started quickly on a small exercise.
Okay, I understand I should turn on my ID, yes?
Yeah, if you wish. Can even do it in a notepad. Yeah, Intellij should be good.
Okay, so let's create new project. Actually, Java 12. I will not use any archetype because we are going to use just simple project. We can use, let's say, I don't know, my application, let's say. I will create a new window. Okay, and now we have the very simple project. Actually, we does not have anything instead of Java and test classes. Now we are going to introduce some things related to the Maven. And actually we have, if I remember, first what we can do is dependency management. We can here somehow register some new libraries which are going to use. So that means if, for instance, we are going to use, let's maybe, I hope you are okay with that. I will copy some
No
artifacts.
issues at all. We all do that, right?
I will take, let's say,
I just want to see whether you're able to understand the various stages of your. You can even show it to me with this project. So how do you? I just want to verify if you're able to add and remove dependencies. And do you know what is the dependency tree?
yes. Let me
So what is the
explain. I will. Maybe okay. So let's maybe focus on the current. Actually, it is my own project, and of course I can do that the same. But I will explain you actually step by step what is going on. Okay, so let's focus on this one. It will be more simple. Actually, I have this hierarchy of the project, so that means the main root of the project is here in this situation is shops, and this project have the inner project. So that means we have here shops AR, shops enterprise Java beans, shops web, and here is actually something that yeah, it is another component, let's say, yes. And now let's start with the root of the because each of these projects have his own POM, yes. So that means we configure how project should be done in each of the POMs. So that means this POM is correlated to this module, shops AR. This POM is connected to this shops AOB, and this POM is related to shops web. But then we have on the root state, this is the main POM. And let's go from the top. Here we have the main configuration, how our project should, let's say, here we have the version of the project. Here we use the group ID, artifact ID, version of our project, type of packing, and name of our project. Then we configure modules. So that means when we are using the Maven clean install for this such project, that means the project will compile also these modules. So that means these 1, 2, 3, 4 modules. Then we have properties. Properties, it is some space where we can distribute some versions, or let's call that some variables, which we can use in next or below.
Okay, so this is fine. I see that you have an understanding on Maven. So what I want to now see is like, can you quickly show me on how do you clean and install, or how do you generate a jar in Maven?
The mostly I'm using here.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm using this tool. Of course, we can do that through the
Okay, you can show it here. You
console.
can. I do this as well. You can do it. You can
Yes,
show
I
it
can. Yes, run
using
and
IntelliJ,
Maven.
right? Yeah.
Yes, I'm using Intellij to do that. Of course, we can verify what exactly phase we wanted to achieve, because install actually each phase have his own, let's say, distribution. Clean, that mean we clean the old code, so that means the target will be cleaned. Then there is validated, compile. Here is checking if there is
okay.
no
That's
problem
okay.
with compilation. In test, we have the tests are executed.
A question with test. A question with test. Say if I want to skip test cases and I just want to run or install the
Yes.
application code only, how do you do that?
Yes, if you want to skip test, of course, I doing that through the Intellij. Here is the flag skip test, toggle test. But of course, if you wish to do via terminal, then it is possibility to, I'm not sure, it is, for instance, Maven clean install, and there is some flag, probably skip test, something like that. But yeah, but this actually add this flag, yes? So if you wanted to skip test using the terminal, I'm
Very
not
good.
remember.
I see that you
Skip.
worked on that. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good. So one more question with Maven, and then maybe we can just brush over the basics of Git, and then we can go into Java and so on. Okay. So one more question. So why do you need this dependency management and plugin management? So what's the difference between a dependency and a plugin?
Yes, dependencies, actually, it is dependencies which are using in our project. Actually, if we put something to dependency management, so that not mean we are using this dependency, because to start using dependency, we have to use the dependency. Here I have plugins. Actually, this module does not have dependencies. Here we have dependencies. And now, how to explain? This module shops are need to become because we need some dependencies for this module. For instance, in this prime faces, like you see, we use the dependency with only group ID and artifact ID, and we not use the version here. And this is because actually this POM refer to the parent, and the parent, it is this main POM. And in this main POM, we have dependency management. And like you see here, we have the selected the version. So that means if, for instance, I have 3 modules, and in each of the module, I would like to use the same version of prime faces, I can just put this dependency into dependency management XML, and then just use it like in this way. Yes, so that means I use here dependency for prime faces. Here I can also go here and do the same. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Pretty good explanation. Pretty good
Yes.
explanation. So
And
that's clear about dependency. So what is
yes.
a plugin management? So what does
Yes,
plugins use for?
plugin management is a little bit pretty the same situation, but it is in correlation to the not dependency, but for the plugin. So that means sometimes is situation here, like you see, I have plugin management and plugins section, and here I have, for instance, created it is 5 plugins. And here I have plugins management. And actually it works the same, in the same way how dependency management works, but only in correlation to plugins. So that means here we declare our dependencies and versions, and then we use it in other modules then. And here we have the same situation. We have plugin management, and for instance, yes, let's say maybe, of course.
Why is a plugin? Why is a plugin needed? That's the question. That's the root question. Why is a plugin needed?
Yes, plugin is needed. For instance, here we have the Maven compiler plugin. Yes, and it is needed for that because when we execute the Maven phase, I mean, we clean and install project. Sometimes we need some extra. Let's say extra functionality which comes from the Maven. So that means we can introduce also some plugin. Actually, in this case, this plugin will compile our project with Java version of 11. So that means the compiler will compile the project in Java version of 11.
Can you explain? This is clear. So what are the other plugins you're using? So what is the compiler plugin? What is the dependency plugin? So and what are the other plugins you're having?
Yeah, here I have Maven dependency plugin. This plugin is actually help us to manage the dependencies. So these dependencies, what we actually discussing, because sometimes, for instance, I have some it is about I'm not remember actually why I have these executions.
That's fine.
For
That's
instance,
fine.
here we have, for instance, Maven Purifier plugin. This plugin actually is responsible for executing the tests. Yes. So if you wish to actually execute in my situation, I actually use all instead of just simple test of Java, I just use the files which end with specs because I have in my project, I'm using the test written in Groovy. So that means I use POC framework, yes? And for instance, to instruct the Maven to execute the test, not only written in just simple Java, but also written in let's say Groovy, I have this plugin and instruct Maven, please Maven, instead of these tests which are here in Java, please execute for me also the test which is written in Groovy. And
Perfect.
here is the example of the test written in Groovy. And that's why we need a plugin, yes, Maven, because he help us to do something, yes. For instance, yeah, here
I'm
is
clear, man. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with the
mhm.
explanation. Okay, so we can, I guess we can go into the next stage. So
Okay.
you've showed me what are the life cycles that Maven has, and now you've explained the difference between dependencies and plugins as well. Okay, and
Okay.
one more question. So where exactly will all the dependencies that are downloaded get stored in your local machine?
Yes, it actually depends of our configuration because Maven have his own configuration. The mostly cases actually we can configure that by this. Actually, in such case, it is bundled Maven, but we can, of course, override this with our own version of Maven. But like you see, here is user settings. So that means in this section, we have the path to our settings. And here we have the path to the Maven local repository. And of course, we can configure on instruct Maven using these settings file. Yes, so that means where is your yeah, here and here is settings. Yes.
Perfect.
And actually this setting file we can actually, of course, I don't have much here, but let's say sometimes it is required because, for instance, Maven wants to fetch the dependencies from some repository, yes, because also it is topic about how the Maven manage or he download the dependencies from Artifactory, let's say, yes, and for my situation is no problem because there is public repository and I just can download it and that's it. But sometimes in organizations, the repository are restricted. And also we have configure here and instruct Maven which credentials we should use and which password we should use, yes? For instance,
Perfect.
here I have
Okay.
some module and here I provide the username and password. And then Maven, when wanted to fetch the dependencies from this resource on this Artifactory, he will know which credentials he used to authenticate, yes?
Perfect. Perfect. Now just show me where exactly the downloads are happening. Can you show me the jars where they are located? You went to the M2 folder, right? So can you show me where exactly the dependencies are downloaded into?
Yes, they are downloaded actually here. It is our because I have configured the Maven to store Artifactory in local repository. So that means when we once again clean and install our project, and because in this phase the Maven will try to find the dependencies in our local repository. In my situation, it is this path, yes, because I have this path configured, and this path is, like you see, the same what I have configured in Intellij. Of course, we can override that, yes.
Say for one example, say can you go to any one dependency? So for org prime
Yes.
faces, you're using version 10. Okay. So can you
Yes.
show me where exactly it will be? How will you go through the dependencies?
Okay.
Can you walk me through? Just tell
Org
from which org. Okay.
org prime faces prime faces,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have artifact ID prime faces here, yes, because here we have also prime faces extension, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I go here, and here I have the version of the prime faces. Actually, in my situation, it is version 10, because like you see, sometimes in the past, for instance,
Yeah.
in
Yep.
2019, I downloaded version 6.2, but in 2021, I downloaded version 10, and then Maven will fetch the dependency from my local repository. Of course, if I delete that, then Maven
No,
will
don't.
fetch
Can you show me?
from,
Can you show me the actual jar that where exactly it will be
yes,
and whether so 10. So that is a jar, and what is the
yes.
pom.xml that comes associated with that? So this is what is the need for this pom.xml?
Sorry.
There is a pom file, right? 10.0.0.pom.
Here.
Yeah. So what is the need for that pom.xml?
One second. Uh, okay, this is actually this let's say POM described, actually, like you see, actually this is only developer, so it is some informal things, but also this described which dependencies are used in this artifact, let's say. Yes, so that means prime faces, the version 10, not using alone, but they using also the dependencies. Actually, in
Perfect.
this scope, the scope is provided, so that means they are not included in the jar. We
Oh,
should include it.
okay. So what do you mean by a provided scope? Can you clarify more on that? What is a provided scope?
Provided scope, that means the jars are not included in this jar. So I mean, if we, let's say, open in, because like you see the okay, let me okay, and the source of the prime faces jar looks like that. We have org, prime faces, and actually that's it. There is no more jars inside inside this jar. Yes, so that means we have to provide the dependencies which are here. Yes, the mostly it is done, for instance, by server application. Yes, because for instance, when I deploy my application, I use because one second.
Say
Because for
Tomcat, say Tomcat, you should be providing those jars
yes,
within the
yes, yes,
application
yes,
server or a container,
yes,
right? Perfect.
yes, yes.
That's the answer I was expecting. Awesome. So let's, I think I'm done with Maven. So let's quickly have a small discussion on the Git basics, okay, before we go into Java. So, can I know what are the activities you perform on a daily basis? So, when you're going to work on a new project, or say if you have got a bug in your project, okay, say I am another developer and I am also working on the same requirement. So, how do you work on the requirement from your end? So, what are the steps that you will take? Say you're coming tomorrow morning and you want to start working on the bug.
But if I understand, you wanted to know how I handle bugs, yes?
No, no,
Or
no.
no?
Like, how will you get started with your workspace? So, what are the things that you'll be? Will you be taking your latest? Just a hint. How will you be taking the latest? How will you ensure that all of the latest code is in your local branch? And then how will you rebase? Or I just want to understand what are the things that you'll carry out with respect to Git or the versioning system, version control system.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so first what I would like to start, it is settings of the convention of the style code, yes? Because I think the most important when we prepare our code, it is code style in our let's say when I start working, here I can let's say instruct to Intellij which style I would like to use to reformat or format or white spaces or enter spaces, etc., for every file which I working. So that is good when each developer in organization use the same convention of scheme code style, because then it's more easy to, let's say, verify on the code review session the changes which comes, because I can't imagine the situation one developer have when he reformat his class, one developer have indent of 2 spaces and another have indent of 4 spaces. So I think the first thing what I would like to configure in my IDE is using the code style. If it is default IDE, I'm completely okay. But if organization have his own code style, I think the most important is to import this one, yes. So we can import scheme, yes. So this is first thing. Then, like you mentioned, the working with the Git. Actually, with the Git repository, we can actually do in few ways. Actually, if I start working with the new project, I can, of course, do that through, I can clean or clone project from the repository given by organization using the Intellij, and mostly cases I do in such case. So that means I will prepare a new project and he'll put the new from version control, and I put the URL for the Git repository where from I will be cloned the project. Yes, of course, if there is some reasons, I can do the same using the terminal. Yes, actually, I not do that often because I have the tool like Intellij, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't have, of course, using the terminal. But if there is reason I should use terminal, of course, I find the correct command on the internet, because I don't remember every
That's
command.
perfect.
Yes.
I just want that's perfect. I just want to see how you work because I even use IntelliJ for
Yes.
getting
Yes.
the version
Yes.
control. Yeah.
So for instance, I create file, new project from version control. Here I put some URL, then I click clone, and then Intellij clone me the project to my desktop. So that means to my local environment, and that will be placed. Actually, in my case, I have some. Maybe it is not important, but I have the all projects is stored. In my case, here is idea project something. Okay, it is not important. Here idea projects, yes, and here I have the all projects which actually I have in my local computer. Sometimes when repository needs to give the credentials, I also can provide, because here will be occur the pop-up, and I can give the pop-up for the credentials. Actually, the everything which is needed to working with Git is stored actually also in pretty the same way how it is in
Okay,
Maven, because
I don't want those details. I just want to see one more thing from you. Okay, can you
okay,
go to your workspace?
yes, okay,
Say you are working on a master branch. Okay, I see from the
yes, here,
right hand side corner of your
yes,
screen, I see that you're working
yes,
on a master branch.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so what I want you to do is like I want you to create a new feature branch and just make some modifications in your code.
Mhm. Okay, so I can just go in new branch.
Mm-hmm.
I can do like that.
Mm-hmm.
Feature, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some implementation. I don't know, some feature
Mm-hmm.
branch. Number
Mm-hmm.
of the JIIRA,
Mm-hmm.
some description. I think the most important is this. Yes, sometimes we have
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
some prefix. Yes, because it is the number of the JIIRA. Yes, sometimes it looks like that. Yes. So I think the most important is to have this number, which is correlated to the JIRA number. Yes.
Perfect. You can go ahead and create the branch. I have some more questions on
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Okay. I now create a
So
branch. Now
yeah,
branch is
after
created. Mhm.
now can you make some changes in your code?
Mhm.
Just
Okay.
some changes in your Java file or anything.
Okay. Here. Mhm.
Add a comment or something like that. Yeah.
I have something. So actually, uh,
Okay.
let
Oh,
me maybe it is important. I'm not
so
remember.
here,
Maybe
if I want to save this part of your code somewhere else, have you heard about the concept of stashing?
yes, but I do that through the Intellij. Here I shelve the
Yeah.
change.
Okay.
Actually,
Can you?
I
So
can
what is the difference between shelve and stash?
Stash it is done by Maven and Shelve is done by Intellij.
So both are the same.
Yes.
So now you have shelved your changes. So I want a clean workspace. So how do you get to a clean workspace? I don't want any changes in your local.
Mm, actually, the mostly, let's say, I working on something. Let's say I working on these changes, and
Mm-hmm.
now someone tell me, "Hey, Michal, we have the very important fix on the production. Please do that."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the mostly I do like that. I will shelve my changes. I will here. I can comment something. Let's say it is my ticket.
Mm-hmm.
CV 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to done after production bug. Then
Perfect.
I shelve the changes. Then I have these changes here. Here is
Okay.
everything. And now I
Okay.
have clear workspace. Now I can switch to another branch. Let's say
So
I
you're sure
can.
that you don't have any changes now, right? So now you are in the
Yes,
same
yes,
branch. Okay.
yes,
So
yes,
now you have shell the changes. So it's more or less the same as stash. Okay. So now you know shell
yes,
when you know stash. Now we have created a branch. Okay. Now can you
yes.
make any changes and please commit and push your code to the remote?
Okay,
Any.
so I can unshell. Okay, let's maybe. Okay.
Okay. You can
Mm,
unshelve the changes. Yeah. You can unshelve or just try to change one file because it's a production bug. You want to
okay.
change only one file now.
Okay, I changed it one file here. I added this one.
No, no. What I want you to do now
Mm-hmm.
is like, can you go to the shelf?
Okay.
Can you go to the
Shell.
shelf?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What are the files in the shelf? So
Okay.
attribute shared services or any file like that. Just open one file that's related to the shelf. Any file. What I want you to do is like make a change in that file. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I want you to make another change here in this fresh repository. Go to attributes factory for products view and make some changes in your local now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
some changes. Add a comment or add new lines. Copy paste line number 192 to 193 again. I want a repetition of code. Just copy 192 and 193 and paste it below that again.
192 and 193. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Just copy and paste it below. Yeah. Remove the unnecessary
Okay.
double quotes. Sorry, unnecessary semicolons.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, all the errors. What are the errors showing? Why are there errors now? Can you fix the errors?
Probably because some import problems. Um,
Okay, maybe you can comment out that method for now.
I see there is some.
Okay, you need to override or implement some methods. Okay.
Probably yes, but I don't know what's happened. Maybe this version is older than this one. Yes, implement get selected value expression. Okay, let's implement.
Mm-hmm.
But there is still probably some changes was.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's maybe not. Yeah, because it can take time. Yes, this.
Okay.
Here I
Okay. So
have the
now,
same.
now
Okay.
I want you to commit this piece of code
Mm-hmm.
into your branch. Commit and push it to your repo in the feature branch. Leave alone the compilation errors. You can commit and push it. You can delete this branch always.
Yes. I
Just commit and
mean
push.
these changes. Yes, these.
Yeah,
Those.
just commit this file and push it to your remote repo. Yeah.
Okay, commit.
Yeah.
CV123. I have to now blah blah blah. Okay, commit. It's committed, but it is not yet in remote because I committed in my local
Mm-hmm.
repository.
So how will you make sure that it is in your remote?
I need to push my changes. So
Can
mostly
you
I
can you do?
do push. And here I push it. Push.
Mm-hmm.
Now the branch on the remote will be created.
Okay.
Okay,
And
push it,
now
push it.
how will you try to merge this branch to the master?
Oh, okay. So mostly I do that. The mostly cases I do that. We can do like that. But I preparing in normal way. I preparing.
No. I don't. Have
Okay,
you heard about pull
okay.
request? Do you raise a pull request?
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you show
In
me how do you do that? How will you raise a pull request from your feature branch, or
mhm.
even from your Git repo? You can show it from there if you want. How will you
Okay.
send it for code review? So now you pushed your changes. I want you to raise a pull request.
Uh, Sorry.
You can do it from your Chrome browser as well.
Yes, yes, yes. I know, but I'm looking one thing. Uh, oh. Of course, it is my own repository.
Mm-hmm.
And like you see here, I have the branches.
Mm-hmm.
Now this branch is created, feature CV1234. We can
Mm-hmm.
check it actually file of these branches, but
Mm-hmm.
mostly you asking how I prepare the merge request. Actually here I merge the request.
Mm-hmm.
Here I choose the where I would like to merge. Actually in
Mm-hmm.
our situation is master.
Mm-hmm.
Compare
So that is that
branches.
is the source the master or the target the master?
So
What's the
that
difference
mean
between source and target?
source that mean the changes will be taken from, okay, let's
Okay,
maybe
perfect. Yeah.
will be
Okay.
taken from this and will be pushed to this. Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
here,
So you have raised a
yes,
pull request and you've raised it to your
yes,
master branch. Perfect.
yes. And
Okay.
then I have
I'm
changes, what changed, and we can do review. Yes.
okay. You can do the review. I can give you comments. Perfect. So now let's move into Java. I guess we are done with the Git versioning part. So can you quickly write a simple Java program to create a class in Intellij? Create a class in Intellij.
Yes. Let's maybe. It should be. mm okay, because we have the package, but my or user.
Create say a class with my user just to have age and
Actually,
name for
without
the name and age for that user.
package. Hmm, let's make a some package here. Okay, and what you wanted actually to do?
Name and age.
Name,
And age.
age.
Yeah, name. Your name and your age. I want those as parameters, yeah.
Ah,
Or variables. So why do you want to put it as a final value?
let me explain.
I want you to create a list of users and add all of these in another class. Create another main class. Perfect. So in your main method, I want you to create some user objects and add them to a list.
Hmm. Of course, it depends on the requirements what we wanted to achieve.
No, 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 no. I don't
No.
want this. I don't want this. I want you to create a list, array list, and add your users to that list. You get it?
Create.
Create an array list object. So you have the users, right? So how will you add values to this? So how will
Okay.
you add user objects to it? Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, here are this and users. Yes, add. And now we need.
Can you do it within the main method? It will be easy for you. I don't want another constructor here. Just create a main method here. Instead of the list of users constructor, create a main method in line number 8.
Okay. It's okay for you?
Perfect. So you added a constructor in the user. Can you go to the user class? Can you go to the user class?
Yes.
Okay, so you have that. Okay, so now I want you to stream through this list. Add around 3 to 4 users
Yes.
in the list of users. In the list of add around 3 to 4 users. Say Michael 1, Michael 2. Just differentiate the ages 20, 30, 40. Okay. I want you to print out the age of the user objects which is greater than 40.
Could you explain once again?
So I want you to just print out 44. Okay, so you need to iterate through this list, iterate
Ah,
through users,
just
and
this
use,
one, yes? Just
yeah,
this user.
only 44. I don't want even Lucas. I just want 44 to be printed.
Okay. You also want to name, yes?
Yes, yeah. Only age should suffice.
You only want Łukasz, yes? This person.
Yeah, Lucas and his age.
Okay.
I need you to use Streams API.
The problem is because maybe I can do.
Now, what is the error? What is the error it is showing?
Error is because I does not have the compiler here. Okay, maybe I will do that in.
Can you quickly check the compiler? What is happening there? Can you go there? Can you go to that place?
Not see the stream, yes, because he don't know on which version Java he working.
Okay, for that you just need to modify the module settings in your application, right? Can you right click on your My Application project? Right click
Yes.
on My Application, yeah,
Yes.
and open module settings. Open
Yes.
module
Yes.
settings. Just below compare with, yeah. Below module settings. Come down. Yeah, module setting.
Here.
Come, yeah. Just give the
Not
libraries.
well.
Just give, yeah, you got the.
1 second. What he wanted to.
Just change the language level at the right. No. Be relaxed. Go to that. Go to the module settings. I see that your language level is at language 5.
Yes.
Open module settings. Yeah. Check that language level at the right hand side. No. In sources. Within modules, not this one. Can you click on project?
Yes.
Okay, select 12 there. You selected 12 here. Click on modules. No,
Modules. Yes.
yeah, modules. There, the language level at the
Yes.
top. Select Java 8 or yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay, now apply. Okay, you got it?
Yes. The problem was with Intellij, actually. Yes.
Okay, that's okay.
All right. We wanted just this person. Okay. User get age.
We've already filtered.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, can you run it?
Actually, probably no, because we need to do.
No. You are missing string args there. Can you go there? You haven't put in the string args. Why did you not put that? Within the main method, you have missed the parameters. Array of strings you need to put in, right?
Yes, I know, but what I'm trying to do. I'm not sure if we run this.
Yeah, now you can run it. Yeah. So why did you miss the string args in main method?
Release version 5 is not supported. Something with configuration, actually.
Now, can you check your POM.xml?
Mm. Maybe.
Can you remove the version that's showing up as red in SDKs? Click on SDKs. Okay, try to run. I think there's a Java 8 version that's not having any path that's causing the issue. In your module settings,
Okay, let's go once again.
go slowly. Click on the modules or libraries. Somewhere I saw a red. Can you
Yes,
click on
here
live?
was.
Where was that? Where
Here.
was that? Just wait a second. It's a lag
Here.
for me. Okay, remove that. Minus. Remove the library at the top. There is a plus or minus there. Remove it. Yeah. Now apply. Apply it, please. Yeah. Now
Yes,
okay.
apply.
Clean and build your project. Okay. Just use project clean and build. Build at the top. Okay.
Okay, now it works. Name Łukasz, age 44.
Okay, so that was the issue. It was having a reference to a non-existing Java library, right? For a Java version. Okay, that's good enough. I have one more small interview question. So I guess that should be the last one. So can you add zeros and ones to an array? Can you create an integer array with zeros and ones? You can do it in the same main method, or just comment out this code. Yeah. I want a mix of zeros and ones. 0, 1, 0, 1. Can you add, initialize it with say 10 to 20 values, 10 values or maximum. Add a 0 there, 1 in between. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. So I want you to just sort between zeros and ones, keep zeros to the left and ones to the right, and print it out as you did.
You wanted to sort this, yes?
I just want you to print zeros on the left and ones on the right. That is sort it. That's it. It's not a sort of 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty easy. I think you can do it.
But what you understand with print the number of zeros, yes, or what?
No, zeros on the left. Bring all of the zeros on the left. and arrange all of the ones. So I want you to print 0, 0, 0, 5, 6 zeros, and then 5 ones on the right. Okay. I want you to rearrange the array. That's it.
Something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the left, and
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So 6 zeros and 5 ones, yes?
Mm-hmm. How will you do that?
One second. Okay, I will maybe provide the simple solution because maybe I could. Maybe there is other way, but I would, let's say, need more time. But I will do. I will show you how I can achieve that. Of course, maybe it is not best way, but yeah. Uh, in
You've done very good so far. So I want you to complete this.
no, oh, it was. Uh, mm, mm, no, how it was. Stream off.
So what's the difference between a map and a flat map?
Flat map. How to explain? Maybe 1 second.
You
Let's
can
do. I
print and
will.
show to me. Yeah.
Yes, I will explain you maybe. Let's do like it was. I wanted to change these this array into stream, but here
Mhm.
I need to do flat map, and the problem
So
is
you
that
don't need to. You don't need to. Then okay, if you're struggling with that, I just want you to print it out in an array. Just try to put it into another array and just arrange them between zeros and ones. Okay, you get my point.
I know what you actually wanted to achieve, but array list, no. Ah, mm, oh my God, it is very simple thing, but
You did all the tough parts.
1 second, I need to. Array to stream. I know it can be done. Sorry for that. Maybe it
Mhm.
is not perfect, but uh, stream off. So I do stream of array. No, it is simple type, but mm,
So will this be an optimal solution?
no, I not say that. I not say that because it is simple type. Uh, um, okay, and the same for the ones.
So you're doing a filter and filter again and then joining the list. That's it, right?
Yes, yes. This is the way, because here we have the all
Try
elements
printing
which
it
are
out.
0.
Try printing the array. I just want to see the output. So whatever is the final output, can you try printing it out?
Mm, mm, okay.
Just try printing it out. I don't want the format. Just try to print out. I think we are running out of time.
Okay. Heroes.
It's okay, man. Just print it out. Yeah.
Left, right. Left zeros, right us.
Perfect.
Of course, we
That's
can.
okay. You have another way where is a simple way of array manipulation, or even you can just sort it out. So this is
Mhm.
fine. This is fine. I have some more questions. I have two more things to cover. So you worked with REST web services, right?
Yes,
Microservices or REST.
yes,
Do you have an idea on microservices?
yes.
So what is a microservice?
Microservices is it is some architecture way how we prepare the applications,
Mm-hmm.
and we somehow grouped the responsibility of the business in each of the, let's say, microservice, each module, and to achieve the everything in once. I mean, we working with the application. Sometimes in situation one microservice needs some information from another microservice, and actually the achievements on that way is that, because if, let's say, one microservice is shut down, does
Mm-hmm.
not mean our applications is not working, because some of the microservices cannot need it, let's say, using the some microservice, and the responsibility also is separated by each microservice. Also achievements is that each team can, let's say, somehow manage
So
the
what are the
microservice.
things? What are the things that you've used in microservices? Have you worked with Spring Cloud? So do you know what do you mean by Eureka?
No, you, I mean, maybe some message system, yes?
No, no, it's a service
Mm.
discovery. So
Ah,
if you've not worked with Spring Cloud, it's fine. So you have an idea on databases and so what is a REST service? So what are the methods that you've used using a REST web service?
yes, actually, the mostly it is concentrated of the four methods, but there is the another which is fifth. But the most four methods are get, post, put, and
So
delete.
the difference between post and put.
First, the main difference is that put is independent method. So that means if we call this method, we can add or create the resource, but the next execution of this method should not create the resource, but update the existing resource. Post actually it is not independent method, so that means each execution of this method should create our resource. Yes. So in short
Okay, so
words.
you went into the concept of
Mhm.
idempotency. Okay, that's fine. So let me quickly jump into Spring and Spring Boot. So have you used the Spring framework
Yes.
and Spring Boot?
Yes, also.
So what is the advantage of using Spring Boot over Spring?
Ah, okay, sorry. Because my backpack sometimes hurt me.
Mhm.
Okay, so the main difference between these two, actually, the Spring Boot is something different than framework, because Spring framework give to us some functionality to manage our Java classes and our codes. The main most important features in Spring framework, it is first, it is Spring context, where we can manage our beans.
So
So that
what is the default scope of a Spring Bean?
I think it is singleton.
So what is singleton?
Singleton, it is actually the representation of class which can be instantiated only as. So that means every time when we would like to get the reference to the bin, we retrieve the same instance of the bin, and this is the, let's say, main or yes, it is the main
So what do you mean by
um,
auto wiring?
Auto-wiring, it is actually the way how we can use the dependency injection in our Spring application. And this is something actually which give us the Spring framework, yes, because like I mentioned, Spring framework have the container where we declare our classes in the different scopes, because singleton is not only scope which provide the Spring, because there is prototype, session scope, request scope, for instance, session scope, and we can
Cool. Cool.
we
So,
can
what are the annotations that you've used in Spring mostly? So, how will you annotate a data class or when you're trying to access a database object?
yeah, I mean entities, yes,
Yeah.
entity annotation. Yes, so actually, if I have model on my database and have some tables in my relationship data table, I use the entity
So that is
annotation.
for marking an entity. So
Yes,
what is the repository interface then?
yes, repository interface. It is the repository where we mark the class, which is let's say some representation of data access to the database. So that means if you wanted to fetch some entities into our code, we should have the, let's say, user repository class, which is marked as a repository annotation.
Mhm.
And inside this class, we declaring our fetching methods. Yes, for instance, find user by ID, and we can use different ways to achieve that. One of them, Spring can read the SQL statement strict from the name of the method. So that means if we declare method as find by ID, and
Okay,
that's it. So
That's
so
fine.
that
That's fine.
mhm.
So, sorry to interrupt you. So, have you worked on
Yes.
any J units?
Uh, Sorry, could you repeat?
Unit testing. What is the
Yes,
framework you
yes,
use for unit
yes.
testing?
Yes, I'm working with JUnits, but actually, I would say most preference to writing the unit test. From my point of view, it is Spock framework, like I show you here. But I working also with the JUnit 5 and the JUnit 4. But I would
Can you
say
show me a sample test case that you've written
in Groovy or in Java.
in Java? We are predominantly recruiting
Ah,
for Java. Can you
okay. So
show?
actually, uh, maybe there is not very good example of units, but here is, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is up to date, this test.
Okay.
I'm not sure when it was done.
So, what do you use assert for? How do you run a test case? So, how will you run a test case?
Mm, how I run test case?
Yeah.
I mean, um,
So, what are the steps that you usually keep for running a test case? So, what are the
ah,
tests that you write? So, how will you test a
yes.
particular scenario?
Let me explain. Actually, here is no such convention, but I will explain.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think first what is important in a test, and I think not only unit tests but other kind of tests, it is the data which we use to test. And each test should be first atomic. So that means it shouldn't be situation the one test share the data between another test, because that can make a problems in the future, because if we change the data which is across multiple tests, that means a lot of tests will fail. So first thing, it is atomic of the test, but before we prepare the test, we have the section given. So that means in this section, we declare, let's say in this section, we declare the data which is needed to prepare the test. Yes. So for instance, I need some data, let's say integer, I don't know, age, and etc. etc. I will now go into the details. Then we have the section when. So that means in this section we have our object. Let's say it is this one. Oh, maybe this. Order serializable. I will do just example. New order serializable, yes, and serializable. No, convert. Okay, let's maybe imagine that actually this method does not. It is. Please imagine it is converter. Yes, let's say, and in this section we prepare the test. So when
So you declare a test and then you do a when, and what is the final step like?
And final step is given when then. So that means I put here all assertions. So that is the expectation of that what should happen. Yes. For instance, I have some result. Yes, and I expect the variable a should be equal something. Yes. So that means here I have the data. Then I use these data from section given in section when. So that means when I do this conversion, then I expect this one. Yes. So that means a is equal to something. Yes. It is something that why I expected after this converter will happen. Yes. So the mostly cases I will use this convention, but actually in Java, actually we does not have such way to let's say prepare some keywords like that. Of course, we can use the annotations for this. Of course, annotations are not needed, but only I wanted to show you
So
the what
I just want you to execute one test case now and show to me.
one.
And how will you get the coverage reports? Do you know how to get coverage reports for a test case?
Yes.
Can you show me that as well?
Yes. Actually, please not keep that because I don't have these given then. But yeah, but
Can
mostly
you
I
show
will.
it? Can you just show how code coverage works? So
Yes.
you have a set of test cases now.
Yes.
So how will you view the test cases or the code coverage report? Say for this
Here.
class, yeah.
Okay, so I click here, run should cover with coverage.
Now I want it to be done for the entire class. How will you do that?
Sorry,
I want the coverage for the entire class.
I'm not understand if I understand the question.
Okay, just show to me what you want to.
Okay, let's maybe focus on this.
Mhm.
Go to test, create new test. Here is no dependencies. God. Because here is nothing.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to see. Can you right click on the package and just show to me the coverage report? I don't want you to go into these things. Just go to the package, right?
Yes, I
I just
wanted to
wanted to
do
see.
that. I
Can you just
wanted
show
to
me
do
that?
that. But I have, you see, a problem with the compilation and I can't execute that actually. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I will open some, maybe this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe here will be simpler, I hope. Here is some tests. Oh. uh, mm, no, there is some logic. Here is
Mm-hmm.
entities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's maybe do like that. Do something if this smtp out boolean is false, else if this use tls is through happen through. Okay, then something. And let's go. Oh, create new test. Okay, let's add it. Okay. Test something. This is probably or is test. And we have do something. Okay. Main box provider.
I guess if you just show this to me, the final report, I guess we are done with the interview.
Yes, but I wanted to show you how I manage the coverages of tests. Yes, but unfortunately we have some problem.
No, can you try running it for a package? I just want to see how you've done so far. Go to your test package from your old code at least, or here just try running
Yes.
it. It should show 0, right? So that's what I wanted to. I just want to
Okay.
see whether you know that. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
But he not found any tests. But then we have, for instance, let's say, I'm not sure if it will works because I have problems, yes, with imports here, because probably there is problems with versions. But I will try to explain you how then it works. When I run the
That's fine, Michael. That's fine, Michael.
yes,
I think you're good. I'll be forwarding your profile to the next
yes,
round. Maybe the
yes.
HR or the next level of interviewers would come out and reach out to you. Okay.